Welcome back, folks, as we wrap up this week of devotions all together looking at reviving or revival. We've talked about being refreshed and how a refreshed spirit of faith can blossom and grow and spill over, sowing seeds for others. We've talked about hospitality and how that can revive not only us, but those we encounter, and how that helps us build a stronger community of faith, and how being hospitable puts us in right relationships with God and with God's people. We've explored how having faith that is rooted and grounded in sincerity serves to revive and encourage others in their own faith journey, and how a sincere faith becomes a natural part of who we are as Christians, as followers of Christ. We also talked about how trusting in God enables us to let go of the frustrations and struggles of the world, and by letting go, we are revived. Our spirits are refreshed, revitalized by this newfound freedom from the worries and struggles that we have. So today we're going to look at resting and refreshing, which is a good practice for keeping ourselves revived in our faith and revived in this journey of life. So let's hear now a bit of text from the book of Exodus. Today I'm going to be reading from the New Revised Standard Version. This is Exodus chapter 31, verse 17. Just this one short verse, but that's all we need to hear today. Well, not all we need to hear, but that's the good news that we're going to hear today. Exodus 31:17. It is a sign forever between me and the people of Israel, that in 6 days the Lord made heaven and earth, and on the seventh day he rested and was refreshed. For us here at Florence Christian Church, this is what we are calling a sabbatical year. It's where we're exploring what it means to have a Sabbath rest, and exploring how to build a Sabbath practice into how we live our faith and our daily lives. So today's text is a really good text to remind us that even God rested for one day. This text in Exodus is reminding the people of Israel that God set aside a day of rest, and because God did so, God was refreshed. God was revived. And this is the model that we need to use so that we too can be revived and refreshed. I'm reminded with this text of Pastor Suzanne Castle's sermon way back in February when she talked about being a Sabbath breaker. She said, God made us for love, and in love. And when our love for God and for one another sets the Sabbath tone, it becomes a way to take hold of time and make it serve the cosmic purpose of glorifying God by paying attention to the rhythms that God instituted at creation. Isn't that beautiful? We are made for love, and we are made in love. And God sets the example of Sabbath for us as an act of love for all of humanity. And it's our role to practice that rhythm that God put into place so long ago. We are given, as Pastor Suzanne said, 52 Sabbath days a year, and she called them well days. A day for Sabbath making, intentional time to help us feel and live with life in these rhythms that God put into place. She told us to remember that Sabbath is God's gift, and it's a gift to make us look and feel and live more redeemed, more revived. It's to help us breathe easier into the chaos of our days. Sabbath is meant to be life-giving, refreshing, dare we say, revitalizing. Revive, folks. Practice what God set into motion and take time to rest and to refresh. If this was something that God saw as important for God's own actions in the universe, then we need to understand it's important for our actions in the world as well. I hope that you can find a way to set aside time to rest and revive. Amen. Amen. Make it a great day.